Here's a lesson describing how you could give someone free access to a level and then remove that access on a given date. This is someone that you're either trying to entice to join by giving them free access, or it could be someone that's dissatisfied or had an issue with you and you're doing them a favor so that you are giving them a free month or whatever duration you want to. So this starts off with a campaign that I've created, and what you do is you give, I enable you to give the contact access until a given date. So you literally are entering the date into a custom field that we're storing when their access will be removed. So you just enter their name, first, last name, email address, and then when you want the access to be removed. Now, in order to implement that, we're using a custom field. So to use that, or to create one of those, you actually go over to the Infusionsoft button here, and we'll go here to admin settings, and you create a new contact field, a new custom field. Now be careful, you only have 100 of these. I'd recommend that you stay stingy with them, only use them for things that have to be merged, because there are 100 and there's no way around that limitation without just having to do so much more work. It's just not worth it. So I'm using this one here. It has to be a custom field of type date, and so what you would do here is you add a field. You give it whatever name you want, and you have to specify of type date. That's what will enable you to have it show up as a field timer. So I'm not going to create another one. We're going to be using this one here. So I'm going to go back to the campaign builder, and I'll go to here, and so the person fills out that form. It comes up and it specifies a date. There's no decisions making here. I put them into two sequences, one that takes care of giving them access and removing access, and another one that gives you opportunity to add some messages so that you can sell them along the way. So immediately what I do is I call this action set that registers them for the access. In this case, it comes up, it calls the membership system, it generates a password, and it emails them an email with the name of the membership site URL, the user ID, and the password that's been set for them. If the password is already set because they're already a member, or they already have a single sign-on set up, it won't overwrite their email. And then it sends them an email so they know where to go. Now, what I've set up here is a date timer, or a field timer, I'm sorry, which is connected to the field that I created as a custom field. So this is that same one, date when access expires, and it's what the administrator using this internal form will use to say this is the date I want them to have access removed. And then we apply this tag, and this tag is what's going to, in our case, call another campaign that removes their access for us. So I just have that relegated out to another campaign. This one here does a countdown of emails. So what I do is I use that same custom field, the same date when access expires, and I go, I want this done 7 days before that date. We send them an email, haven't actually written that email yet, then we wait until 3 days before, and then we send an email out 1 day before, so that when you do remove the access, you're telling them, and the other sequence, this one here, is the one that actually removes the access. So this is a simple video to show you a technique for scheduling things into the future so you don't forget to remove the access, and so that you're selling them along the way.